So, broke my leg. Take a sip of an energy drink, cause I feel like my energy is fading. Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm a klutz. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I figured I would document the process of my broken leg journey because when I was nervous and trying to gain some insight on what would happen to me after this injury, there was not a lot of information out there. So I hope this helps if anyone has broken themselves, because there seems to be a lot of people who've broken themselves. So Megan, how did you break your leg? I hear you ask. I slipped on grass. Real daredevil stuff, I know. So for anyone who's wondering what it felt like, in case you're trying to figure it if you broke a bone as well, it kind of felt and sounded like a really loud back crack, which didn't actually hurt. It was the pain from the ligaments afterwards. And I was like, oh, okay, I can't really move my foot. So there's an issue. And I called my partner Fizz. I just call him Fizz. That's his nickname. So don't worry about it. He talked me down and told me to call an ambulance. So the ambulance took me to the nearest hospital where I got my x-rays done initially. And I overheard the in-house paramedic looking at my x-rays and going, this is way bad. And when she came to talk to me, I asked her, I'm like, is it broken? And she was like, oh, it's broken. You did a good job. So they put a half slab on my leg just to support the ankle, and then they had to send me to another hospital to see the orthopedic doctor, who was right away just straight to the point, being like,
you're gonna need surgery.
But first, before anything else had to happen, I had to get my leg set.
Stop it. Keep your hands still.
Stop recording. So eventually they put me under a general anesthetic. It wasn't like deep anesthetic where you are out and they have to like breathe for you. I was still conscious and apparently talking.
I was just telling them I had a weird dream that like everyone in the room was with me on the set of From, and we were like trolling around in the studio under all the sets, and I was taking them on a little tour, and I was like, to your left, there's this. Is my makeup all smudged in my eyes?
Yeah, I don't think it really matters at this point, honey.
No, like, are my eyebrows still good looking?
Your eyebrows look awesome.
Or are you just saying that?
Yes.
I was gonna say you're a bitch, but that's not correct.
And then that following Monday, I had my surgery. I don't have a lot of stuff from that day because I was out, and I didn't think to actually start documenting anything until almost halfway through this process. Here's me waiting at the hospital in a really fashionable hospital gown. And then after my surgery, what followed was 2 weeks in like a plaster cast and didn't do anything. Just vibed, listened to a lot of Lo-Fi Girl, and watched a lot of TikTok. And again, I didn't think to document any of this, but after those 2 weeks, I went to go get a fiberglass cast put on, which was so much nicer. And I had what my brother lovingly referred to as a toe toque put on my foot, as you can see here. So fiberglass casts in Canada cost money. You can get a plaster cast for free, but they're a lot heavier and take 48 hours to dry. And I was already so sick of having half of a plaster cast on my leg that I was like, no, I will just pay to have a fiberglass cast on. A fiberglass cast, on the other hand, is much lighter. It dries much quicker, but it does cost out of pocket if you do not have any form of private insurance. That costs me about $40. However, both fiberglass and plaster casts are not waterproof. So you will need to get some form of cover, either a plastic bag, or like me, I have this diaphragm thing that I use to protect my cast. Some people may be wondering why I've opted to use accessibility aids like a wheelchair or scooters or walkers as opposed to crutches. The short answer is I had these available. These used to belong to my grandfather, and as we were clearing out my grandmother's old apartment, we found all of these things and just haven't decided what to do with them yet. So it's a good thing we didn't get rid of them because honestly, they've been a godsend. I recognize that I'm very fortunate to have said mobility aids. I recognize that not everyone has stuff at their disposal, so I was grateful that I didn't have to rent crutches or anything. One of the things that I noticed, accessibility is a real freaking problem. Holy crap, I am so much more sympathetic to accessibility concerns now. The number of times that I would go somewhere and try and access something with the accessibility buttons and they either A, didn't work, were turned off, which is I'm pretty sure illegal, or they had accessibility buttons in like 2 different doors, so one from the outside and had to get through another door to get into a certain establishment. There was no button. And in thinking back to some of the places that I'd filmed in, they have an accessibility bathroom, but it's down a flight of stairs with no elevator. I figured I would show you how I get to the bathroom. Fortunately, Fizz's bathroom is fairly small, so I just hang on to the towel rack and the counter and the door handle to navigate in here. So it's a procedure. And then it was during this time that I figured, hey, maybe I should start actually doing YouTube videos again. But also, I wanted to document it as a way to be like, hey, look how far you came. You had a broken bone, you couldn't walk, and now look at you. So on the 3rd of November, I was finally given the okay to get my cast removed. And I was so excited. And this was the thing that I looked up the most while I was busted, because I was really concerned about how they would take the cast off. I asked the nurse about it, and he said, the type of drill that it is, it'll be more likely to burn you than it would be to cut you, because it's designed to go through hard material. So soft tissue like your skin, it's designed to stop. So if it does go a little bit too far, it's not going to cut you.
Let me snip away some of this padding.
Just like I saw in the videos. Anytime I had to do anything with this, I'm like, all right, let's do some
have
research.
a look and see.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, the information's there.
Oh, it's tingly.
So what you're going to find now that compression of the cast is gone,
Yeah.
and you get like full unobstructed blood flow through your leg.
Yeah.
Things are going to feel, for lack of better words, weird.
Weird?
They're going to
Okay,
tingle.
cool.
It may, your skin, you may even get warm, like that fleshy warm feeling.
Right. So if it turns red, it's not a bad thing. It's
No,
just the blood
that's
running. Okay.
totally normal. Things will start to wake up now too, so which gives it sort of that weird feeling, and weird is
Yeah.
a very common description for folks when they get these things off.
Oh, how brutal does that scar look?
It's not bad.
It's not super terrible.
Not bad at all.
God. Oh, I just itch my leg.
So from here, I was actually able to see what my ankle looked like post-surgery, post-cast, so they could make sure that everything was fixed up. Here's my x-ray. So you can kind of see a little bit here where it's broken. There's like a little tiny hairline crack. And then this long screw right here, that apparently needs to break. They want me to snap that. If it snaps, they will be more likely to leave it in because they don't need to really take it out at that point. If it does not snap, they will probably have to do surgery again to take it out. The doctor basically told me, like, after you get your cast off, you're just walking out of here. And I was like, okay, that seems pretty ambitious, but I immediately went to the in-house physiotherapist afterwards so she could give me a jump start on some exercises, and she was like, you're not going to be walking on it properly for at least a week. Ah, fuck. Like, I'm hesitating because I'm so nervous about it. Putting weight on my leg in general is really fucking painful. That's the hardest part, is wanting to be able to move, knowing that I was able to, and knowing logically and like in practice how to do it, but not being able to make it cooperate. In the off season from the film industry, I had planned to go to the gym and start working out a whole bunch, and I'm really frustrated that I can't do that at the capacity that I want to. I want nothing more than to go for a walk outside or to go work out or something. Like, I just want to do something physical, but I can't right now, and I think that's the worst part. I didn't expect to be as upset about this as I am, but that's kind of where my brain's been at lately, and it kind of sucks. I was told by the doctor and the nurses that for every week you were in the cast, it would be a week of physiotherapy to follow to get to full health again. The point that I'm at now, I am walking on both feet. Around the house, I am walking without a cane. I've been prescribed to put some heat on it. If it's tight, if it's swollen, put ice on it. Keep it elevated as much as possible. but walk on it as much as you can. And just still keep working on healing. Anyway, yeah, so that was my journey of breaking my leg. So if you have any questions or concerns, or if I didn't touch on anything that you're curious about regarding the break itself or about the procedure, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. If you like me and find me entertaining, please subscribe. I hope that I can provide some value to you today. If you thought this was an interesting video, please like it. Let the algorithm know that, hey, this was a good one, so more people can see it, and hopefully it helps other people. I don't want people to be broken, but if you do happen to have a broken leg, I hope this helps. Anyway, that's all for now, friends, and I hope to see you in another video in the very near future. I wish you all the best. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you really soon. Bye!